Hey everyone, so here we are again. Ended up picking up this other jack, this 3-ton Daytona, low profile, long reach. If you saw my last video, I was debating whether or not to keep the aluminum 3 tons, which by the way I ended up keeping. I got rid of my old ones. The weight difference wasn't crazy, but in with the new, out with the old, right? So the only thing I do regret is well, not so much regret, but the height, right? And is kind of why I got this one. The other ones, even though they are aluminum, they don't go as high as this one. This one is 24 inches and a quarter. The other ones I believe are about 19 or so. It is heavier. We're gonna see if we can throw it on the scale and see what we get. I believe it's something around 100 pounds, so it's not easy to move around. I would think this is more of a stationary shop slash driveway jack, something you keep at home or in your workplace, and not so much something that you would throw in a truck or van, portable unit. And I think the aluminum ones are better for that, including I think there's a 2-ton that weighs around 37 pounds. I would probably say that's probably your best bet. But anyway, let me just open it up and see what we got, and throw it on the scale and see how much it is. All right. Okay, so here we are with the box opened. I think there's a ton of videos on YouTube. You can look for these type of jacks. I'm not the only one doing these videos, but I think for the most part nobody's really weighing them. Again, I am more about weighing them as well, because I'm going to be using this in and out. I want to get an idea of how easy it is to move around and whatnot. Plus, some of you may want to know as well. Let's see. Instructions. I don't know if you need to bleed this one. In the past, again, if you saw my last video, old school jacks, you did need to bleed them. These, I don't see anything stating you need to bleed them. I mean, right out the box, they're ready to go. All right, so I mean, look, it's a nice looking jack. It is long reach, low profile. So not much to say about that. I mean, again, quality, you guys are gonna you're gonna look at the reviews as you should, right? So it's like any other jack. I do recommend greasing up all your joints on any jack that you get, simply because they sit a while before someone actually buys them. So it can go a length of time before any of these grease points see any grease or it dries out. For the most part, I can tell you this one's pretty good. I can see some of the grease there, which is like literally popping out, which is pretty good here. First time I'm seeing this on a Harbor Freight, to be honest with you. Maybe it's because it's a Daytona, but Pittsburgh, from experience, I can tell you that they come dry. I've always had to lube them up by the Zerk wheels and everything else. So it's a much better job. But again, I'm gonna go ahead and coat these areas up here, right? The exposed steel areas, just with some grease on top. I am planning to keep this somewhat outside, so I can roll it out, because it does seem like it's pretty heavy. All right, well, let me take it out and see if we can throw it on the scale. So here we are, about to throw it on the scale to see what we're gonna get. Probably say about 100 pounds or so. As you can see, I threw some more grease on some of the ends here, although it had some grease from factory, kind of nice. I still went ahead and put my own, as well as removing these screws and putting anti-seize and putting it back. I had to do that anyway, because I actually I noticed that maybe just this model, or maybe I got one that wasn't filled properly, but it did lack oil, a lot of oil. Not happy about that. I mean, I do have some oil. I did fill it up, bled it, and now it's good to go. It could be a tricky thing to do if you're not used to bleeding or filling up jack oil. I mean, it's pretty simple. However, you do got to know how far to go, because if you overfill, you could possibly break your seals, your O-rings inside the unit, the internal O-rings, and then damaging your jack. So that's one thing I didn't quite like. I was hoping everything would be ready to go. Again, my other jacks are pretty solid. The Pittsburgh ones, no filling, just minor bleeding, get the air out, but other than that, I didn't have to touch it. This one, for some reason, I did fill up the unit with oil substantially, so I don't know. So double check on that. Again, there's procedures online on how to properly bleed, and there's tons. Again, go take some with a grain of salt. There's tons of videos on showing you how to do it. Again, if you have experience doing it, no worry. If you don't have experience doing it, maybe find someone that can help you. It's more about feeling the jack and knowing when it's good to stop. Before you blow your seals, make sure it comes down smooth, no resistance, blah blah blah. All right, so we're gonna throw it on the scale and see what we get. All right, so we got it on the scale. A little slippery. It is low profile, so it does go on smooth, so I had to line it up. But as you can see, we get there we go, 101 pounds and 6 ounces, 8 ounces, 6 to 8 ounces, so about 100 pounds. That's what I figured. I mean, that's what the box said, 100 pounds. But that's how much these units weigh. So now you get an idea. This is a low profile, long reach, 3-ton. It's a heavy unit. I wouldn't, put this in my car, take it A, B, C. Just keep it in one place. And the other ones are more portable. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope this helps some of you.